What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new Ringside exclusive Ultimate Edition 2-pack of the Dudley Boys. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, so I have passed on the Ringside Ultimate Edition 2-pack so far. I didn't have a real need for the Outsiders. I didn't have a real need for the Steiners, even though I kind of want them. But the Dudleys seemed like a must-have to me. I don't know why. I can't pinpoint exactly why I feel like I need to have the Dudley Boys, but they definitely intrigued me a lot more than the Steiners and the Outsiders. So, and if Ringside continues this trajectory of these Ultimate Edition 2-packs, we're in for a freaking treat because they are always fun. People always get jazzed up about them, and it's good all around. It's good for the toy business. So, with that being said, we're going to get into the accessories, get into the figures themselves, and then do some size comparisons and comparisons to two other sets of Dudley Boys figures because, man, the height has varied between releases, especially for Bubba. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so, obviously, first thing you see, it strikes the camera very well, and with the lighting strikes the belts very well. It is the WWF World Tag Team Championships. Obviously, they can't put the WWF logo on the titles, so it is the old school WWE logo that's been modified, or the WWF logo that's been modified to look like WWE. Anyway, you get those titles. We don't get those too much, and man, people kind of went crazy for them for a long time there. We've gotten them more often recently than we have, but always good to get some belts. I actually do not have these in my collection, so that's two more added to the shelf. You guys know I love belts. I mean, I go as far as to get custom titles because they look so good. Anyway, though, they come with those World Tag Team Championships. They obviously come with their Dudley Boys glasses. Those are pretty cool. Also, if you watch WWE LFG, I think it's cool that like Bubba usually ends up giving a pair of Dudley glasses to his teammates. Just always something a little fun. You guys know the deal. Alright, so for Devon, he comes with the fisted hand for the right hand and the left, as you see. He comes with a gripping hand, mic holding hand, weapon holding hand for the left and right, as well, as you see it on the figure. And then he comes with two wide open hands. The thing I like about Bubba, or Devon rather, is the taped fingers. So you know those hands are exclusive to him when you're digging through the drawer. That's always cool. He has this open screaming head. I like that one a lot. Then he's got kind of this mad Devon head here. I like this one a lot too. Honestly, the Devon heads always kind of blow me away. They capture his likeness perfect all the time. That looks just like him. And then you have kind of a straight face, stern looking, kind of angry, but not nearly as angry. And that's Super Saiyan Devon back there essentially. But all of these just look so good. I like those. So a nice arrangement of accessories come with Devon. Now for Bubba, he does have the tongue out when he's doing the what's up for Devon. He comes with two gripping hands that you see. You see the one on the right hand there. Here's the gripping for the left, if that will focus. He does have the two opened up hands just like Devon. You see the one on his shoulder there. And then here's the other one for the right hand. He comes with two fisted hands because every wrestling figure apparently has to come with fisted hands. So that's nice, even though we have probably 200 sets of those already in our drawers. He comes with a stern looking face. This is the one that's on him out of the packaging. A couple little paint marks there, a little bit of the hair on the forehead, a little something by the eyebrow, a little dot there. Nothing like, you know, I'm not too worried about it. Some people will get all upset and whine about it. It's fine with me. Because, I mean, even that, you're going to be putting glasses, so it's going to kind of take your attention away from that and that and that. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. And then whenever Bubba would hit a power bomb on somebody, he would always do that 1,000-yard stare where he would just kind of look off in the distance or look directly into the camera. And you have that face, which looks a lot better once you put the glasses on there, which I have not put the glasses on there yet. Oof. When you have big hands, it's kind of hard to guide these glasses. They're a little crooked, but yeah, I mean, that just looks awesome. That'd be good for like a promo photo, something like that. I am going to take the glasses off of them though, for the sake of the video, because I don't want to have to worry about them just falling off while I'm trying to maneuver around, and I will take the titles off. Get that away from Devon there. All right, so we're going to talk about Devon first, and then we will get into Bubba. So, here we go. All right, so as you see here, that is a brand new torso for Devon. I know people are going to be happy about a nice kind of molded shirt torso. We don't get too many of those, especially in the Ultimate Edition line. So that does look good. Has the 3D on the chest there. I will say this though, when I change the heads, because this head is not the one on out of the packaging, this torso is molded in black, so the skin tone can actually chip off a little bit, as you see right there, which is no big concern, especially right there, because you're going to have a head on the figure. Just letting you know. And if you went to acetone it, obviously the skin tone would disappear, which you don't want that to happen. Nothing over here on the right arm except for the white wrist tape, and of course you have the finger tape. On the left hand, or on the left arm, he does have the Terrell and Terrence Daddy's Boys for Life for his sons, which I think one of them actually is wrestling, maybe even both of them nowadays. Does look good. All right, range of motion for an Ultimate Edition with the torso. It could be a little bit better, but the butterfly joints do work great. You really can't ask for much more than that. Really good. We've probably seen this crotch piece before. Or actually, maybe not, because the peg on top of the crotch piece for Ultimate Editions is differently than Elites nowadays. So maybe that is a brand new molded piece. So the torso is brand new. These butterfly joints are brand new. And I think that crotch piece is brand new. These legs have to be reused, because there's no need for those to be. But they do have the drop down hips, which you guys know I don't like those, but they do help with posing. The nice blue tiger camo looks really good. Carries on to the back, of course. Has the white stripes going down the boots there. Has the 3D on the sides of the boots with, only on the one side of the boot. Has the toe joints, and then as you saw on the back of the shirt, he does have the Dudley Death Drop 3D Testify written here at the bottom. So that looks pretty good. Kind of an ugly design, but it's accurate. It looks exactly like it did. And it does have Devon's hair being parted or cut to look like a part right there. And it continues on to the back. They lined them up nice. That looks very good. I like that a lot. Now let's get on to Bubba. Now Bubba, for whatever reason, like Bubba was a big guy, but they're giving him like the big muscular arms, like the Brock Lesnar arms almost, on his last two releases, which is pretty strange. He does have a cloth shirt though, instead of having a molded shirt. You see it does have the same logo on the back. You see how much better it looks on the painted version as opposed to the cloth. But I love cloth, but when they have these collars on them like this, they tend to fly up, and that's when I don't like cloth. When you, like on the, oh god, what was it? The Evolution 3-pack Triple H. The suit being cloth is weird. T-shirt, we can work with that. But yeah, that's strange. Comes with the elbow pads though. I did not know that Devon did not wear elbow pads. Right out of the packaging though, these arms flew out very, very easily. That might not be everybody's problem. That was the problem with mine. Getting down here, I believe this is the same crotch piece as... Yeah, it's the same crotch piece as that. I had to make sure because they're painted a little differently. So that's interesting, and we'll talk about that in a second. The legs, obviously the same. The boots, they look pretty same to me. 3D on the side, white stripes on the back there. The thing that's weird is Bubba is clearly taller than Devon, so even in figure form, he's got him by a little bit, but they gave Devon a unique torso. They gave Bubba a unique torso, which I really like this one, but they kind of had to sculpt it to where it fit on these pants, which is interesting. Also, very strangely, there's like paint defects on the chest and the gut down here around the belly button. It's the same paint that's used for the pants, which I don't know how the heck that got on there, because you would think it would be separate pieces being put together. But I digress. Does that not move? I cannot get that torso to rotate at all. Maybe, like, I cannot get this to twist whatsoever. I didn't even notice that when I opened them out of the packaging. Does this one twist? Yeah, this one twists. It's not really much resistance there. That's nice. Bubba's not twisting. And I'm scared to keep it going because I don't want to break it. Is that... There's no way. That's molded together. There's no way. I'm honestly scared to keep messing with it because I'm worried it's going to break. Like, I'm being real with you guys. I don't know what the deal is, but I mean, I guess you don't need it. He is covered, and the torso, like his chest, can rotate any way that Bubba may or may not even be able to rotate. So it's like kind of hard to complain about it. And as far as from getting cloth to molded plastic, like that color matchup is pretty freaking close. Obviously, it's going to have a little more detail, but like that's a pretty good, and it actually, like, it looks even better on camera than it does in person, and it looks great in person. Like, I'm looking at it through the screen here, and it looks really good. All right, let's get into a couple quick comparisons. We'll throw them up here with an early ECW RVD, just for looks. And then my custom Sandman Elite, because I haven't been too sold on the ones that they've made so far, and I always love this Jack's head scan. I think it looks really nice. Then the big comparisons here is the Dudley Boys. This is their first Elites. I never got the From the Vault ones on Ringside, and I hate that. But there's how they look. Devon looks a little shorter here. He's definitely taller here. And you see what I mean? They just nail the Devon head scans. Like, this Bubba head scan is atrocious, though. Like, we don't talk about that, let's be honest with ourselves. But yeah. Also, this Bubba has no tattoos. I noticed that out of the package. So, he might not have had them at the time, too, to be honest with you. But there's their first Elites. And then, besides the From the Vault ones, here are their ECW Elites. And, like I said, they always knock it out of the park with Devon. Once again, a unique torso for him. But then we have the Great Khali Bubba over here. That's just way taller than it ever needed to be. As you see, it towers over the figures. So, these guys are definite improvements. Nitpicking, I would have liked the Ultimates to be this gear, but I digress. They're still really, really good figures, so it's kind of hard to complain about that. I'm very excited to get them, and I guess if I can decide on an Edge and Christian on my display, I will probably have a little TLC setup for their matches at Mania and whenever the other one was. But that is going to be it for today's review of the Ultimate Edition Dudley Boys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.